that came up. Finally, the resolution that was approved was the sponsors were from the delegation of Portugal, Russia, and Vietnam. In this resolution, just to detail it a bit, I mean, the delegates gave specific calls to increase spending and contributions from countries, also just in general to get closer diplomatically to these other underdeveloped countries in order to help the IMF implement these technologies in the future. And I think it was very widespread. Voted in favor by all committees. So I think they did a very good job of writing that resolution down. And now, without further ado, I would just like to announce the awards for the delegates that I believe, that we believe that deserved a distinct nomination. So first of all, for the best position paper, I would like to congratulate the delegation of Portugal, Arion Harinarian. I'm sorry for the pronunciation if that was mistaken. Congratulations, delegate. We really enjoyed reading your position paper. We thought it was very professional, and you really did a great job. So congratulations on that. And then second, the honorable mention. This delegate also did a great job adding tons of discussion to the debate in general. He came up with great points of views, and he was a constant participator in discussion. So we would like to congratulate the delegation of Israel, Adriano Paoluzzi, for his participation and his added value to the committee of the IMF. Congratulations, delegate. Moving on, we would like to present the outstanding delegate prize. Also, another great contributor to the debate. Unfortunately, their resolution did not end up passing, but they did do a great job of writing it down and trying to defend it. And we thought that it was very respectable from their part. So I would like to congratulate the delegation of Switzerland, Tinkara Maticic. Congratulations, delegate. Great job. And finally, the prize for the best delegate. This delegate we thought stood out the most. He was constantly participating. He had great contributions. His position paper was also good. Just in general, we thought he was the most well-rounded delegate. He was also not only good debating his points of views, but trying to help everybody reach a consensus. And we think that he did a great job, and he really added true value to the IMF committee. So because of that, I would like to congratulate the delegation of Vietnam, Arpit Das. Congratulations, delegate. Thank you for your value that you added to the IMF. So without further ado, thank you very much to the whole organization of this SMUN2030, the delegates who participated in it, and all the other chairs and parties involved. We from the chairs of the IMF, thank you for giving us this opportunity, and would like to pass on the word to the next group of chairs. Thank you.
The delegate of Vietnam of the IMF committee is here with us today.
Yeah, sorry. So the delegate from Vietnam, Arpit Das, I believe he was going to be able to assist. Are you here, Arpit? So unfortunately, it seems that he is not here.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you, Esteban. Thank you, chairs of the IMF committee. Now we continue with the committee UNEP number 1. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. First of all, Pablo and I would like to thank the Secretariat and Joan Rovira for offering us the possibility of participating in this MUN and for all the work they have done for making this past weekend possible. I would like to say that Pablo and I had participated 3 years ago in the Change the World MUNs held in Barcelona and New York, respectively. And we had an amazing time participating in the debates, but the best part of all was that we got to meet people from all over the world and spend a weekend with them. And we wish that the current pandemic situation had been different so that all of you could have had the same experience.
So thank you very much, Julia. This weekend really had its ups and downs regarding the committee sessions, because during the first session, well, we got to know each other, we did some icebreaking activities to ease everyone's nerves, and we think that we did a good job here because we ended the debate with the session with a really interesting debate. But despite our best effort, the first debating session didn't go as smoothly as planned because everyone was trying to adapt to this new format. But this rather changed really quickly, and during the following session, everyone started to participate and state their country's position on a topic suggested by fellow delegates, and share some really interesting statements in each session. And finally, during today's sessions, everything went perfect, and we entered a really interesting debate during the panel of authors, where almost all the delegations took place by presenting their resolution, amendments, or simply by asking questions. And as we all know, the main objective of the section was to write a resolution that the majority of delegates agreed on, and our topic was the use of artificial intelligence to reverse climate change. The two resolutions presented were approved by really close margins, so we want to congratulate the sponsors of our resolutions, and especially the delegation of UK, Russia, Austria, Spain, and Germany. This resolution had a couple points in common and open really interesting debate about how to apply the artificial intelligence in the subdeveloped countries. And before giving
out the awards, we would like to thank all the delegates of our committee for the hard work that everyone has put in this weekend. And to finish, we will be giving the 4 different awards. The first of all being the best position paper. And this award goes to the delegation of Spain, Karin Carla. The honorable mention is for the delegation of Germany, Margarita Di Giorgi. You both did a really great job with your position papers and during the debate, so congratulations. Now for the Outstanding Diplomat Award. This award goes to the delegation of the Netherlands, Inigo Salom. And last, the award of Best Delegate is for the delegation of Austria, Sir Gonzalez. And now we will hear a few words from the delegate of Austria, as she has been appointed as Best Delegate.
Thank you to the chairs and all the delegates in my committee. This is quite unexpected, so I'm not sure what to say. But I just want to thank everyone in this school for the amazing experience and the opportunity to be part of this. And thank you for a great conference.
Thank you to you and to all the rest of the committee. You did a really good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the delegate of Australia for these words. Thank you to the chairs of the UNEP 1 committee. And now we move on to the second UNEP committee with Claudia Cermerón, Lucas Blasco, and Peri Rosselló. You have the floor.
So, hello everybody. As you may know, we were the chairs from UNEP 2, and the first thing we want to say is how proud we were of our delegates. For most of them, it was the first MUN experience they did, and it's obviously difficult for the first MUN experience to be online, but despite the first maybe 20 minutes of the first session being a bit rusty, There were no awkward silences. The propositions were very solid, were very good. So we are extremely proud and extremely happy of how this committee worked. In the end, 2 resolutions were passed, both unanimously. So that's basically the dream in this case. So we have to congratulate both the author, the sponsors, and signatories of both resolutions. They were very strong resolutions. And yes, it's been a pleasure for Claudia and me. It's the second time we chaired together, and this has been absolutely amazing. We have to thank both the St. Peter's School and the Singularity Foundation for giving us this opportunity. And yes, once again, thank you to all of our delegates. You have done an exceptional job, and we hope that this has been your first MUN experience, but it's not your last, because we are sure that you can make exceptional things and contributions future MUNs.
Yeah, to what Lucas just said, I just wanted to add that we're extremely proud of all the delegates and that you've all done a really, really good job. And yeah, without further ado, we'll move on to the awards that were provided. Let's see if the next slide can... Okay, so firstly, we have the best position paper, and that will be awarded to the delegation of Netherlands, so Suba Athrin. Congratulations, your position paper was really, really great, and it was really detailed, so yeah. The next would be the honorable mention, and this goes to Sofia Perez from the delegation of Spain. So congratulations to you, all of the points that you made, especially throughout the last session, defending your draft resolution were really great. Then we go on to the outstanding diplomat, and this award goes to France, Timothy Baumann. So congratulations to you too. And last but not least, we go on to the best delegate of the committee, and this goes to Val Marusik, the delegate of Belgium. So congratulations, and now you have the floor for around a minute.
Thank you. I would like to thank the chairs, because they made this MUN experience really great, and also all the other organizers that I didn't get to meet. Although this is a little bit unexpected, because it's my first MUN, I really didn't expect any rewards, but I'm really grateful. It was an amazing experience, and I hope to repeat it next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Delegate of Belgium. If you've won the Best Delegate Award, it's because you've done a really great work. And we also would like to thank all the chairs of the UNEP 2 committee, because they've done a really great job also, so thank you to you all. Now we continue with the UNESCO committee. So Martí, Leire, and Sara, the floor is yours.
Hi delegates, hi all the participants of this SMUN conference. In the first place, I, on behalf of the whole committee, would like to thank all the delegates for such great work. So even that on the first day, we noticed that all of you were beginners and that this was your first UN experience. You really did a good job. So we really appreciate all your effort, since the conference was held on an online format, and this was not easy neither for us nor for you. So thank you delegates for all your effort. Also on the first day, thank you to the icebreaker games. You start gaining some more confidence on your speeches, and you start having fruitful discussions, even if those were regarding the items you would carry with you to an desert island, but you start having some fruitful discussions, and we really congratulate you for this work on the first day.
Yes, well, in case my face sounds familiar, I was as well chairing the UNESCO committee, and I will comment a little bit on the second day of the committee, which really we saw a huge difference from the first day. In our committee, as Sarah was saying, many of the delegates were first timers, and from the first day where some delegates did not have the courage to participate, in the second day we really saw a change of attitude where everyone had the chance to participate, to share their views. We did moderated caucuses, unmoderated caucuses. we had some little incidents during the debate, which we really appreciated that they were solved right away. And the delegates really showed great capability despite being this their first experience. So we really were happy and very surprised on the second day of the debate.
So for the third day, today we started in kind of a rush because we needed to get a lot of work done, but we wanted to congratulate all of our delegates because everyone managed to finish everything on time. And besides that, and talking now about the resolution, our topic was the implementation of artificial intelligence in schools. And the final resolution which passed was the one presented by only sponsored by the delegate of Singapore. We wanted to congratulate the delegate of Singapore and all of the delegates who sponsored the resolution because it made a great evolution from the first one we had. And besides from that, we wanted also to say that the other resolution, which unfortunately did not pass, was also a high quality resolution. And with that said, we will move on to the awards.
With no further ado, we would like to award first the best position paper, which goes to the delegation of Russia. Thank you, Douglas Tisdale, for such a great work. You really submitted a great position paper, which was very detailed with all the solutions you proposed. So thank you very much for your work. On the second place, we would like to give the award of the honorable mention to delegation of Iran. Thank you, Delegate T. James Morgan, also for your speeches, your engagement on the debate, and your appreciated comments.
Third, we would like to award the Outstanding Diplomat Award to a delegate who really was outstanding all throughout the debate, brought up many different points, new ideas throughout the whole debate, and it was really a great job that he did during the whole discussion, and it goes to the delegate of Ethiopia. Flavio Amico, thank you very much for your efforts, and we really appreciate your work on this committee.
And last but not least, we wanted to give our best delegate award to a delegate who always had interesting points, convenient motions, and was active during the whole debate. This delegate, without further ado, is the delegate of the UK. Congratulations, Gigi Green, for the winning of the Best Delegate Award.
And if you want to give some words, you have the time.
I am so incredibly surprised. This is my first ever MUN. I didn't expect this at all. But I'd like to thank my chairs for being absolutely amazing, conducting these fruitful debates. Also for my fellow delegates and the delegates I worked with to write our draft resolution and final resolution. Thank you so much for your cooperation and your debates and your ideas and your proposals. It was such an amazing debate and I enjoyed it so much, and I'm so excited to join further MUNs in the future, so thank you.
Well, I'm back on this side of the screen, and now it's time to give the floor to the committee of the World Health Organization, chaired by Jaume Gual and Alba Marí. So please go ahead.
Hello, SMUN Secretariat, Organization, Honorable Chairs, fellow delegates. Before we start, we would like to introduce ourselves. We are Alba and
Since the committee is taking place in 2030, the main topic we have been discussing was the applications of artificial intelligence in health and medical care, diagnosis and prevention. Some of these applications would be artificial intelligence to diagnosis and prevention of rare diseases, genetic engineering, etc. Based on our experience, we can assure you that this is not an easy topic. However, the discussion and exposition of the topic that the WHO delegates have been doing over the weekend has amazed us. For this reason, we wanted to give them our personal congratulations.
Alva, I cannot hear you well. At the beginning, yes.
Ahora?
Now, yes.
Okay, so during these past 3 days, our delegates have worked hard and have joined forces in order to seek fruitful solutions to the challenges that artificial intelligence introduces. And despite their difference, they have been able to merge their opinions and proposals and have been able to unanimously pass 2 draft resolutions that complement each other. Through this, our delegates have clearly, we think they have clearly stood to the principles of which the United Nations was founded.
The first draft resolution especially focuses on the usage of artificial intelligence for the prevention of future pandemics, and their proposals are very realistic, as they could be very well used in our current health crisis. And on the other hand, the second draft resolution focuses on the legal concerns that the usage of artificial intelligence might come with, as well as the improvement of data security, and seeks solutions for ethical dilemmas. For this reason, once again, congratulations, delegates. We are really proud of your work. And before we finish, we also wanted to thank the whole SMUN organization for giving us this opportunity. And I want to give my personal thanks to Elba for being my co-chair during this MUN.
Thank you. And now we will move to the award session, though we have to mention that it was really hard for us to choose the winners.
Okay, the best position paper award goes to the delegation of China, Blanca González.
And then the honorable mention award goes to a delegate that we think has come out always with great solutions for the topic of this committee, and that has made great interventions during all sessions. And so the honorable mention goes to the delegation of Switzerland, Selo Ying.
The Outstanding Diplomacy Award goes to the delegate that has contributed a lot to the committee and that has done a great job trying to find consensus and understanding each other's positions. For this reason, the Outstanding Diplomacy goes for the delegation of Burkina Faso, Masroura Ahmed.
And finally, the Best Delegate Award goes to a delegation we think has had outstanding position during the committee. It has come out with great solution and have contributed a lot to the debate. For this reason, the Best Delegate Award goes to the delegation of Germany.
No.
And so now we're giving the floor to the delegate of Germany. So if you want, the floor is yours.
Firstly, I would like to thank every other delegate in the WHO committee for giving an amazing debate and making my 8th MUN conference a very memorable one. Also, the Singularity Foundation for organizing this event, and of course, our chairs Alba and Jaume for giving the WHO committee a fruitful debate. And I would like to state that they did a wonderful job. I would like to firmly state that my fellow delegates have shown a better understanding of MUN than I did in my first conference, since the only thing I did in my first Valman was just put a point of information, but they have shown that they have done a better work than I have. Furthermore, I'm honored to be selected as the best delegate, and I'm sure I will never forget the Singularity at MUN. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate.
Thank you, delegate.
Thank you very much, the World Health Organization and all its delegates. Now we're going to move on with the ECOSOC 1 committee chaired by Ana Pelaez and Joan Young. You have the floor.
Thank you, Martí. So good afternoon, everyone. I speak on behalf of the Board of Chairs of ECOSOC 1. First, we would like to thank especially Aina, Martí, and Joan, and all the organization behind SMUN for their huge effort, and also all the delegates that have participated during these 3-day sessions of the MUN created by the Singularity Foundation and the School of St. Peter's. So our committee we believe to be quite great. It was very, very, very talented, and all countries had great positions and great proposals. And the resolution that we passed was mainly created by Israel, the US, France, and Finland, but it was quite specific, detailed, and was supported by nearly all the countries in the committees. So we believe that it was a great effort by all the countries that agreed on making this resolution, a resolution detailed and also wealthy in details and preparing for the future that we have, also considering the difficult situation we are in. Sorry. So with no further ado, we will now proceed with the awards. The best position paper, we have decided that should be awarded the delegation of the USA because of its following of the format, its great proposals, which nearly made it seem like a draft resolution, and it was SMUN2030. There may be an error there, but the USA, we firmly believe that it was SMUN who made great efforts and great contributions. And then also we want to give the honorable mention to the delegation of France, to Ismanuel Minueso, who
we believe there might be a confusion between ECOSOC committees.
However, Ismanuel did a great job. He brought a lot of proposals and a lot of effort, and he was very enthusiastic in participating in the SMUN. So thank you, Ismanuel.
Yes, and now going to the outstanding diplomat, we believe that this award shall be given to a delegate who has been active since the first day until the last day, and she had not an easy position to defend because she was leading, let's say, the opposition, because there was another draft resolution in our committee, and she was able to lead that draft resolution both in moderated caucuses and unmoderated caucuses. So congratulations to the delegate of South Africa, Roman Castell. I'm sorry if we are not pronouncing the names properly, but delegate of South Africa, you've done a really good job. So congratulations for the award. And now the most expected one, we're going to the best delegate award. This delegate also did a really good job. Like the first day, he had some troubles with connection and because of the space he was in, but he managed to be leading the committee and being aware of each motion needed at every time. So we really really want to thank this delegate for contributing to the proper flow of the debate, and especially to the contributions he gave to the final draft resolution passed. So congratulations, delegate of Finland, Danila Koslu. You've been awarded with the best delegate, and we want to give you now the floor for a minute so that you can express your thoughts regarding the committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, chairs. I want to say a huge thanks to my fellow delegates in ECOSOC committee for this fruitful debates and interesting solutions to the topic our committee had debated on, especially to the delegates of France and USA for their hard work. I also want to show my gratitude to our awesome chairs, Anna and Joan, as well as to the Singularity Foundation board members for organizing this eventful MUN. Furthermore, it needless to say how grateful I am to Mr. Boer and Ms. Kay from the American School of Valencia for making this MUN possible for me. I want to say that it's a huge honor for me to be here and to receive this award. It really means a lot to me. I also want to say that I was incredibly impressed with the flow of the debate and the courage most of the delegates had, even though it was their first MUN. SMUN was my fourth MUN experience, and although online, I still managed to make new friends and improve my public speaking skills. I will always remember that experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, delegate, and we would like to also thank all the delegates in our committee because it was a really enriching experience for us.
Thank you so much, Anna, Joan, and congratulations for the Best Delegate Award, Danila. Now we're going to proceed with the second ECOSOC committee. Ferran and Carmen, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Aina. Dear delegates, first of all, we need to thank you for your hard work. These have been 3 days of extensive, thorough, and fruitful debate, even if the conditions were not the most desired by all of us. We have reached the two main goals of this conference. We have been able to pass not one, but 2 resolutions. After receiving 3 draft resolutions, we put into practice the main point of the United Nations, that cooperation is necessary. Thus, after a long process of debating and understanding each other's perspectives, we were able to merge 2 complementary resolutions into a more powerful one. We were able to tackle the problems in sustainable transportation from the perspective of energy sources, as we can see in the first resolution, and the development of international relationships and infrastructures, as we see in the second resolution. Thus, we are really proud of your work since we have seen that you have been able to cover the main topic, which was artificial intelligence and sustainable development in transportation, in much detail.
We wanted to give a huge thanks to St. Peter's School, to Singularity Foundation, and Aina Marti for the amazing work and giving us the opportunity to be part of it. It's been an absolute pleasure to be present in this year's conference, and we have delegates from all over the world that got together with different time zones, and they got together for this experience. So without further delay, we wanted to give a special shout out for the winners of the committee ECOSOC number 2 for this year's sessions.
So the first prize that we want to give is the one of the best position paper. We are proud to give it to a delegate that has had a really good initiative throughout the entire debate and whose position paper was just excellent. This is the delegate of the United Kingdom, Diego Benitez from the Institut Valles in Sabadell.
On second place, we have the honorable mention. We are very proud for giving this prize to Arnau Salmerón from the American School of Valencia, which was representing the Russian Federation, for his high participation and really good attitude during the whole debate. Then the outstanding diplomat, we were to give it to the delegation of Israel, represented by Quinn Cook from Danforth College in Toronto, for his high perseverance, hard work, and high quality participation throughout the whole debate.
And lastly, we need to give the prize to the best delegate. They had a really important position in the different debates, and from a situation of respect and humility, while having clearly studied all the positions that their country will take.
So we are proud to give it to the delegate of the Philippines, Isabel Cibaja from the Hermitage School in Paris. So now you have the floor for a minute to share your thoughts. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you so much for giving me the Best Delegate Award. I actually wasn't expecting it at all. This is actually my first MUN conference, and I had so much fun. And I'd like to thank the rest of the delegates and, of course, the chairs for making this a really good experience. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of the Philippines, and obviously all the other delegates. We've been really happy with you with this project, and so we're giving our floor back to the Secretariat of this MUN.
Thank you very much, Ferran and Carmen, and congratulations, Isabel. And now it is a pleasure for me to introduce the one and only Security Council of the United Nations with Aina Patiño, Berta Nicolotti, and Marta Fuertes. You have the floor.
Thank you, Martin. First of all, we would like to acknowledge the amazing work that our delegates in the Security Council have done during these past days, and also the incredible organization done by the Secretariat and the Singularity Foundation. In our committee, we talked about AI technology, bearing in mind that the international society is evolving, as well as the dangers of AI technology are expanding. And this is why our topic was so important, because the issue is not as far as it may seem, and it can be quite complicated to reach a consensus, because every country basically has its own interest. We are really happy with the proposals that they came up with, because we understand that talking about AI technology is no easy issue, but the delegates have basically exceeded our expectations.
Thank you, Berta. And take into consideration that this committee, there were delegations with experience and other delegations with none, the level of the stimulation has been quite high. Even though it's not really common to see countries like United States and China together, they managed to make a really good points and position themselves with aspects that they have in common. Due to the fact that this subject was very complicated and complex, it has not been possible to reach any acceptance of any of the two draft resolutions that have been presented. Despite this, we know that this is not the best way to have these simulations, and we will prefer to have this in presence. I think I speak for all of us when I congratulate all of you for your patience and for your capacity to adapt yourselves in these weird situations. Again, thank you all for being part of this amazing committee, and we hope you see you all again participating in other model of United Nations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marta, Berta. It has been a real pleasure to chair the United Nations Security Council next to you. What else can I add?
Basically, I can say that delegates have tried to represent the current reality of the application of artificial intelligence in autonomous weapons. We are conscious of which are the implications of this use of weapons in real life. Nevertheless, what we try to transmit to our delegates, and we also would like to remind you all, is that we are here, of course, for having fun, but also to develop your own skills. Not only for being creative, but also for being able to develop your diplomatic skills, trying to reach agreements, and from the further MUNs that I'm sure you will be able to assist and attend, because some of you have said that this has been the first MUN you have participated in, and I promise you that it will not be the last one. You will try to put all those skills in practice, and I'm sure that you will improve all of them. So continuing with the maybe most important part of our section, now Berta and Marta will continue with the mentioning of the awards.
Thank you a lot for this presentation, Aina. Now we're going to proceed with the awards, and we're going to start with the best position paper. That it will go to the delegate representing South Africa, Barbara Almadiha, of the Historic School of Barcelona. Congratulations. On the other hand, the Outstanding Diplomat Award goes to the delegate representing United Kingdom, Dominic Edward Emmert, from the American School of Valencia.
And last but not least, before we go with the best diplomat, we would just like to add that both Barbara and Jamid have done an amazing job on this committee, and we would like to acknowledge that again. And now the best diplomat award goes to a person who was really constant and did bring a lot of issues into attention while debating, and that is Sambi Sharma, representing France from the Britannic International School of Budapest. Sambi, you have the floor for 1 minute if you would like to do a small speech.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to get the Best Delegate Award, as this is my first MUN and I'm just 12. But I thank my chairs and my fellow delegates for this just was an amazing debate, and it will be very memorable. And I really enjoyed debating with my delegates, and I would like to thank the chair again and the people who organized this for making this happen. Thank you so much. I'm really honored.
Thank you, Sambi.
Thank you very much, Sambi, and thank you to the chairs of the Security Council. And now we give the floor to Joan Rovira.
Hello, hi, good morning, everyone in a part of the world. Good afternoon and good evening for the other one. Before my words, I want to congratulate everyone who attended the conference, like teachers, delegates, chairs, schools, everyone who had been possible to do this amazing conference. Then, more formal, dear teachers, honorable chairs, fellow delegates, friends and colleagues, SMUN2030 is about to reach its final. We left behind 3 intense, fun, amazing days. In each committee, you have had the opportunity to debate, present your ideas. In fact, right now, the exercise has been more complicated or laborious because you have been great diplomats defending the positions of your countries you represent. But I would like to highlight some different aspects or things. First of all, to pass a weekend working in a scholar or academic activity, it's not easy. I saw in your faces an important thing, happiness. To reach great goals, we need an important range of happiness. To go to the school when you are a kid, you need happiness. To go to the gym, for example, when you are a teenager, you need happiness. To go to work every day, you need happiness. But we think that happiness it's like a plant. If you don't water it, dies. It doesn't grow spontaneously. To improve our level of happiness, we have to take care of friends or relatives with a greeting, a hug, a gesture. In this way, after a time, we will observe that when we go down walking the street and we meet them, our adrenaline level increases. Second, the future. As you could see in the first video of the opening ceremony, you have the future in front of you. In 2030, you will manage the world, your countries, your business, in general, your life. To achieve this successful, it's necessary to prepare ourselves strongly before. Activities like SMUN2030 will allow you to achieve these goals. You learn to express your ideas, to listen to the ideas of others, to win sometimes or to lose at other times. Because it's important to learn to lose. Losing sometimes makes you aware of your abilities, and that's when you have the opportunity to decide what you want to do. Whether to continue on the same path or achieve the same or change your attitude. Third, we have reached the most important thing for me, I think is that the most important. The attitude in capital letters. As someone knows, I am maths teacher, and as in all maths formula, your abilities, your skills, your knowledge always add up. They never subtract, but the attitude, not the skills or your knowledge or your abilities, the attitude multiply. So a good attitude in front of the issues could permit you to affront it with advantage and finally with the possibility to fix it. To close this speech, let me to congratulate again the chair's team, in special Anna and Martí. Anna, Martí, congratulations on your great job. Let me congratulate to the advisors and teachers on your really hard work. And finally, let me say you again that for the delegates, your opportunity is in front of you. Don't lose it.
Thank you very much, Juan. Thank you for your words. As of now, we just wanted to thank you all for joining us here. We really, really hope that you had an outstanding time in the committee and as well during all the sessions.
Well, it is true that this has been the 4th edition of Singularity Model of United Nations, but it will not be the last one. We hope to see you all next year, and hopefully we will see you in front of us, not in front of a screen. And we hope to all of you our best wishes, our best desires, and from the current times, we wish you our best health. Thank you so much for being all of you here today with us.
Thank you. Cheers.